Okay, so hi, welcome to the channel. This is actually video 4 of Ink Academy. This is a mid-level lesson, so please have a look at the previous lessons, the beginner lessons, in order to move on to this one. We're going to be looking at 2-point perspective. This is the first time we're looking at perspective. We're going to be talking about texture. So we're going to start actually with our some exercises to warm up the hand. We're actually learning here to do 2-point perspective and during the warm-up. This is going to be the second part of our warm-up, where we're going to be looking at line texturing, using the pen to create the illusion of texture on the building. Then we're going to be looking at line weight. So that, can you imagine, the light is coming from the top right hand side. The lines on the right hand side should be fainter than the ones on the left. So that's line weight. And we're going to be introducing the grey markers. These are the ones I use, very cheap ones. Now, all of the materials that I use today, so we're going to be doing the warm-up with the traditional cheap easy basic pen. Later on, we're going to be starting our composition of the piece with the grey marker for the ghost lines. And then we're going to be using the Pigma micron. This is the first time I'm using that in the Ink Academy series. All of the materials I use, I've created a Amazon shop, so you can go click on the link and go directly to the materials I use. I've linked some other stuff there as well that I really highly recommend. Okay, so let's get started with some warming up, as we always do. Let's start with a straight line, nice confident horizontal straight line like this. Let's place some dots, one at this end on the left and one on the right. Next, we're going to draw a little sort of rectangle shape in the middle like this, same height left and right. And from the point, we're going to extend a line all the way through our rectangle at this point here. Then bringing the point over to this part here and then extending out. Then lifting it a little bit higher and extending it out and continuing that right into the top. And you should have a line moving like this. Let's do the same on this side. Like that. So you get two lines like this. Let's do that again. Nice confident horizontal line. 2 dots. And then we'll draw a rectangle again. It's actually just the sides of the rectangle. And then we're going to extend this out from the dot, moving up a little bit, extending out. Don't use a ruler. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. It's actually easier for me to start with this at this left hand side. Okay, something like that. And the higher you go, the incline of the line increases. Okay, so once again, start off with a nice, confident, horizontal line. Okay, and what we're going to do, starting from the line, we're going to come downwards, perpendicular, with little dashes of lines. Like this. Make them random lengths. And they need to be coming down, straight down. Nice confident sweeps of the pen and starting from the line straight down. Make sure the pen is nice and light, don't press. We're going to use this technique later to texture the farmhouse. Like that. Okay, let's do that again. This time with a vertical line. And start from the top. And we're coming straight out horizontally. With nice random swishes of the pen. Very subtle. Not pressing down heavily at all. Okay, now we're going to look at line weight and the importance of line weight. So once again, just confident vertical line. Keep it nice and light for now. And let's do a parallel, nice light line. So you have two lines like this. And then we're going to do two little horizontal lines. And then another two little horizontal lines using the same technique we did before. Little swishes. Now this bit gets a little bit complicated because we want the distance here to be the same. Now you need to just do that with your own eye. And if you watched the previous videos, we'll practice this a lot. Okay. Now the line weight, I want the lines on the left hand side to be darker. So we're going over that again. And I'm going to just give a little bow to this part here. This is going to be the grain tower. I think it's the grain that's stored in this. And on the underneath part of the two little horizontals, just give that one underneath a little bit more weight. And then we can curve the top. But don't worry about that too much later. We'll do that later. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, vertical line, make sure it's absolutely parallel. I'm going to do little horizontals. We've got the challenge of doing that again with the same distance. We're going to use our eyes. This is why we do these little practice techniques, to improve that. Increasing the weight on the left hand side because the light is going to come in from the top left. And then we can curve the top. Keep the lines on the right hand side very thin. Okay, so that is the grain tower. Let's now move on to doing the drawing. Okay, let's move to the actual drawing now. This is where we use the grey pen. So we're going to draw a horizontal line. It doesn't actually need to be perfectly straight. We can do this little flick at the bottom for some texture. Once this dries, it's going to be very light. I'm choosing the lightest grey. So let's establish our 2 points for our perspective. And we're going to draw a little rectangle shape for the end of the farmhouse. Let's make that a little bit bigger, in fact. And we're going to use this dot. We're going to bring this dot all the way to the top here in our minds and our eyes. Bring it up and then drag it up to the top here like that. We're going to do the same with this dot. You can actually, it's drying now so you can hardly see it. Let's do the other end of the farmhouse building like that, and then bring the line down to the dot like that. So you can see the greys now fading away. These are really excellent ghost lines with the pen. Let's find the midpoint so we can know where the roof is going to be, the highest point of the roof. And there's two different slopes on this roof. Let's have 2 points here, just in from the left and just in from the right, and then let's make it vertical like this. It's probably getting complicated now, hopefully you're understanding. So we want to know where these 2 points go up to. So let's bring a line up like this, and it's approximately okay, so there's some perspective here. Let's bring this line down. This is the roof, and this is the roof here. And now we can see where we are putting this other part of the roof. Okay, now this part is going to the dot. So bring it down to the dot. And this part here is going to have the same angle as here. We may not be able to see the very top of the building because of the perspective we're at. Let's find the midpoint for the door. To understand how the top of the door lines up, we're looking at this dot, bringing it over. Let's add some little features, and perhaps our window will be here and here. So it's very, very grey, and we're not at all finished. These are just our ghost lines to give us some confidence. Let's add a little bit of an extension to the building here, perhaps. Very, very small and subtle. You can finish that off later with the pen. Let's add the grain store. So let's have an interesting composition, something like this. We spoke about composition in the previous video. Now the top is going to actually be a little bit curved because of 2 points perspective. So let's do that a little bit curved. The second one, less curved, but very slightly curved. And this one, not horizontal totally, but a little curved. And then let's give the top a curve like that. So now we've got the ghost lines in, we can move to the micron pen. So we're going to do our inking now. I'm using a Pigma Micron 01. And if you're new to this pen, don't forget the tips are really quite sensitive, so don't push down hard. Okay, so where should we start? Let's start with the horizontal. Let's build that in. And this pen is quite unforgiving. Okay, so there's our horizontal base for the building. Let's start with our vertical lines so we can see using our ghost lines. Let's build our vertical lines in. Be very light with this one. This pen is unforgiving. Let's get some of those lines in. Let's get the line of the door. We're doing those flicks that we're practicing in the warm-up. Let's get the door in there. It's just all lines coming down. Very easy. Let's get that roof in. The ghost lines give you lots of confidence, you see. Let's build this little part here, like a little window thing. Let's add some details of little flick lines, all at the same angle for the wooden door. Okay, so Let's get that line darker because it's going to be less light. We're going to do what we always do. The light is coming down from this part. Let's add a little extension. This is a little door. Okay, let's get these little windows in. Very, very subtle, very tiny. Remember the lines on the right hand side of the building, very faint. And the top, because the light is coming down onto it, so it shouldn't be a large contrast. Now this line on the other hand, this can be darker because it's in shadow. Let's put the grain tower in. This line very faint, hardly touching. Okay, so let's do some texturing with our little swish lines we were doing before. Let's start in this area here. So this is made from wood panels, so this is representing the wood panels. But don't draw a line all the way down. Don't draw every wood panel, it's going to be boring. So you want random little flicks like this. And you can do the same from the bottom too. Don't overdo it. Very subtle. Let's do the same for the top. If you've got a reference of one of these buildings, you could be looking at that and you could get some ideas. I'm going to make this a little bit darker because there's some shadow on it. Just that overhang of the roof may be in a little bit of shadow, so let's increase the shadow there. And certainly here too, on the top of the door. And this little extension is almost completely dark because there's no light getting to it. Let's do the same for this. Now these wood panels are going to be getting closer together as you go further apart, further away, sorry. So you need to spread them out and do the same for the bottom. These ones are really tight. And for the roof, remember our point here, okay? So we'll bring a nice confident sweeping lines down to the dot. Like this. I can do the same for the top. Keep it very faint, and as it gets further away, these tiles are going to be less visible because it's further away. For the grain tower, I think this is a grain tower. If you know what that is, you can tell me. Let's just do some very faint lines like that. Let's emphasize that that part is slightly in shadow. And perhaps we could do maybe a little ladder. Just make a little hint that there's a ladder that you can climb up to go to the top. I'm going to emphasize that that part there is a little bit of shadow. And this is the point where you've got to be careful not to overdo it. If you overdo it, you'll make a mess. Okay, so let's leave it at that. I hope this has helped you. I know it's quite complicated to describe the 2-point perspective. This is definitely a mid-level lesson. If this is too difficult for me, let me know in the comments and we'll bring it back to a more basic level again. Thank you for watching. Good luck. I hope you can have a try yourself and see you later.